Not gonna fucking let 70-year-old kid fucking race that trophy.
Donk is definitely a surprising player.
A young Russian kid destroying professional players in a major final. At just 17 years old, Donk became the youngest player to win the competition, breaking all kinds of records. Youngest player to win the MVP award, highest rated major MVP with a 1.49 rating, surpassing Simple's 1.47 rating at PGL Stockholm. But at what age should someone start playing to be that good at such a young age? Daniel Kryshkovets, better known as Donk, was born on January 25th, 2007 in the Russian city of Tomsk. His introduction to Counter-Strike came at the age of 4, courtesy of his older brother.
My brother introduced me CS. I was 4 years old.
This amazing game captivated the boy, who initially had a skill level similar to ours. However, Donk's competitive spirit wouldn't allow him to remain stagnant in the lower tier leagues. From then on, the boy dedicated even 15 or 16 hours a day to the game, reaching more than 16,000 hours of play by the time this video was recorded at the age of 18. Let's also remember that Donk is from a Russian city called Tomsk, which at that time was located almost 5,000 kilometers from a nearest Counter-Strike server. This meant that young Donk had to learn to play with an average ping of 100 milliseconds, which would forge his unique style of movement that would later make him stand out. Donk quickly reached 4,000 ELO on Faceit. His statistics caught the eye of Overdrive, one of the best Counter-Strike scouts. Overdrive then introduced him to Team Spirit.
All I want to say is, Overdrive, I love you!
And in August 2021, the young 14-year-old Donk made his professional debut, participating in tournaments with Team Spirit Academy. Unfortunately, his first tournaments didn't go well, as he was outmatched by more experienced teams. But Donk didn't give up and continued to work hard. His efforts paid off in November 2022 when he qualified for the FPL, becoming the second youngest Russian to qualify after Monzi. This success didn't satisfy the young Russian's hunger for success, and he continued to shine as a rifler for Team Spirit Academy. However, things didn't seem to be going as well for the main Team Spirit team, which lost 3 players, leaving only Magix and Chopper on the roster. At this moment, Team Spirit decided to place their trust in their academy team, promoting young Zontix, Art Frost, and Donk to the first team on July 5th, 2023. In their first year, the new Team Spirit roster managed to qualify for Copenhagen 2024. They finished first in their group during the elimination stage, defeating Cloud9, Imperial Esports, and Navi in the process. In the playoff stage, the team faced a top-tier opponent.
Royal Arena, let me hear you for FaZe Clan!
FaZe Clan, who started by winning the first map with a dominant performance from Frozen and Kerrigan. In the second map, Team Spirit forced a close draw on Nuke, where Donk dominated the match. The qualifier hung in the balance, with both teams having 1 win each. The winner of this match would advance to the next stage.
There's no one here, silently creeping. Brokey now with a fast get to cross. Oh no! Oh no!
FaZe Clan dominated the match from the start, but Team Spirit managed to extend it until a devastating 16-14 defeat. The match was closely contested until the very end, and even Kerrigan himself later expressed that was like an early final.
And I think that the level of game we showed here, in my opinion, that's a grand final level from both teams.
This would be Donk's first major defeat on the biggest stage, and people began to think he was overrated. The young 17-year-old Russian already carried tremendous pressure on his shoulders. Instead of backing down, Donk decided to work even harder, relying on the competitiveness that characterizes him so much. That same year, he managed to qualify for the Shanghai Major, a tournament where he had to demonstrate all his hard work, but also a tournament where he would start by losing a match against Furia.
They finally break through their first victory versus Team Spirit, and it's at the perfect World Shanghai Major. The Brazilians start off the elimination stage with the win.
This defeat made the Team Spirit guys realize that anything could happen at a major, and with renewed motivation, they won against all their next opponents, starting with Amoranth's team, Wildcard.
Final kill. Team Spirit will recover after an opening loss to Furia. They bounce back versus Wildcard and now have a 1-1 record.
Subsequently, they brutally crushed Na'Vi, securing a 13-2 victory.
This is Team Spirit back on their feet, stabilizing. After a wavering performance versus Furia, they put Na'Vi down in just 15 rounds of play.
And they managed to qualify for the playoff stage after defeating Heroic.
To Donk with another headshot. And kicks him will fall. And of course, at the hands of Donk, Team Spirit, fueled by the performances of their star, surge into the Shanghai playoffs.
The Team Spirit guys had made it to the playoff stage, where they lost the previous event, and this time Team Liquid awaited them in the first match. This opponent wouldn't be a big problem for our Russians, who won the qualifier by winning 2 maps directly.
Eliminated from the major at the hands of Spirit.
In his first year as a rookie at the highest level, Donk had managed to advance to a semi-final of the biggest Counter-Strike tournament. But to advance to the coveted final, our guys had to overcome the Moose team. Nerves seemed to affect Team Spirit during this match, causing them to lose the first map.
And he can't get it done. 13-7, their map pick.
An absolute clinic from Mal's on their map choice. That is a T-half to be proud of. You go outside for the chat before Ancient, and you can reflect on the team game that is Mal's.
Fortunately, they managed to win the second map to force a draw.
A 19 frag haul. He's present. Donk back. Can't have back-to-back performances like new.
And in the last map on Mirage, they completely took control to secure their spot in the finals.
And for the first time in Major Grand Final for Spirit, the organization has sealed it. The goal of every team, it's theirs. The trophy, the only obstacle left.
Young Donk had done it. In his first year competing at the highest level, he had reached the final of a major. But it seemed like something out of a movie when the script pitted them against the same team that eliminated them in the previous major. Both teams clashed fiercely during the first map, but Team Spirit took the first game after a brutal performance of Chopper. However, FaZe Clan wouldn't let themselves be defeated and gave it their all in the second game. Rops sealed the match with 25 kills, against which Team Spirit couldn't do anything.
FaZe Clan back on their bullshit, losing their map pick and taking us the distance.
Still the style there from Magic's on the finish. Didn't want to delay the inevitable much longer, but history will be made at the end of the next map. We could have Donk breaking the record for the youngest major winner, or Carrigan breaking his own for the oldest major winner.
Just like the previous time they met, everything would be decided in the last map, and the choice was Dust 2. Team Spirit started by taking the lead.
What are they doing? Running straight headlong into Magic!
But FaZe Clan wasn't willing to give up the trophy, especially with Carrigan's situation, who had sadly lost his brother days before the event.
The smoke push from Zontex misses his shot, but Frozen does not. It's for a recovery of sorts. 3 out of the last 4 rounds of that half, just to give FaZe Clan something.
FaZe managed to win some rounds before the second half, but this wouldn't be enough to stop Donk, who carried his entire team on his shoulders.
Zontex even spots this one out for a clean one tap of his own.
The final wasn't going to be easy, so Rain and Rops built a wall against Team Spirit, 1 round away from them sealing the match.
Couple of clicks to the mouse, and it's a quick one tap to Zontex. Nice. Jumping, no scope! Rain and Rops refuse to surrender. Magix recovers the orb, spots that one. Could he transfer? Oh my God! 3 points of hell.
FaZe had managed to come back 5 rounds in a row to leave the match 1 round away from extending the game. However, it wouldn't be enough to stop a Team Spirit that craved victory more than anything. A Team Spirit that gave it their all in the last minute and a half.
To the 1v1, it's overtime! Denied! Regulation converted! This is their major! This is their history!
It was historic. A kid who was promoted to the first team managed to win the biggest Counter-Strike tournament in his first year. But young Donk's ambition won't stop at this point, and we will be the spectators of the brilliant future of the Russian kid from the city of Tomsk. And remember, do not ban Mirage, and see you next round.